Welcome, Lucy. Even watching those clips, and I watched Corey, I found it really quite difficult to view, and I'm guessing that's probably the general reaction you're getting from everyone right now.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of people have said, you know, that it shouldn't be on at this time, and it's been difficult to watch and stuff, but it's really important that Corrie that show it at this time, because we're trying to target people who watch Corrie, because I've seen on Twitter there's a lot of fan pages who are, you know, 14 and around that age, and they're the people that we want to target. So to people that are saying it shouldn't be on at this time, it's important that it's on at this time, so we target those people.
Yeah, and that we're sitting here talking about it.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
When they told you about the storyline, when it was set out to you, how did you feel? Did you feel nervous about doing it?
Well, yeah, I was really nervous because I've only been on the show for 2 years, and prior to that, I've not done anything before that. So it's like a big responsibility for me, because obviously I want to do it justice for survivors. And so, yeah, I was really, really nervous, but in a way, it's really great that I've been given this opportunity to do it, because as an actor, it's something that you really want to sink your teeth into, and it's a really good storyline. And also, I do want to do it justice for all the survivors. Obviously, you do really get into it, and that can be difficult. Obviously, we've done quite a few scenes recently where they've been like harrowing scenes. They've been horrific to film. But I have quite a long drive home. That sounds quite weird, but I kind of switch off. Like, I listen to my music, and then obviously I've got my boyfriend and my family at home, so I have a lot of people who really support me. So there's no real way that you can kind of cope with doing those scenes. But then, like, obviously we spoke to the NSPCC, and we spoke to somebody called Lucy who told us her story, and speaking to her just made me like so determined to do it right. So if I am finding it difficult, I just think about that and think about her, and it just kind of takes away from how I'm feeling and more about how she will be feeling. If
and your lovely boyfriend's in the audience, isn't he?
Hey.
How have you coped? How have all your family coped with watching you play out this storyline?
I mean, like, obviously Tom finds it difficult to watch, because obviously it's me and he's watching me like act out those things, so Tom doesn't really watch it. And I think obviously my dad finds it quite difficult as well, because that's his daughter on screen kind of acting out those things, so I know my dad will find it difficult. But apart, like, my mum, she like is amazing, she's so supportive, and she will watch it. But yeah, so Tom finds it quite difficult. I know.
You're okay with it, Tom, then? Yeah.
Well, I don't sort of choose to watch it, but which is a shame in a way, because I want to be as supportive as possible, but I rely on the rest of the nation to tell me how much of an amazing job she's doing, which I believe she is. So.
I find it difficult to get my head around what's going on there. The idea of somebody grooming you and then wanting deliberately so he can share you amongst his mates. I mean, that is so disgusting.
But Anne, that's what happened in Broadchurch in the final episode.
I know, but I found that difficult to understand, and yet you're sitting here telling me that you've met people who are going through this.
Exactly.
That's just horrific.
I think it's brilliant what you're doing, and do you know what I really like about this storyline is that the person doing it is not this scary, ugly man that when I was a kid, I grew up thinking that paedophiles were in white vans and you knew what they looked like and they were creepy and weird people. But actually, they can just be an older guy who's very attractive, very charismatic, charming, and you can fall into that trap. And I love that is portrayed.
Yeah, that was something that was quite important, I think, because the survivors that we've spoken to, they have all said that the groomer or predator wasn't like a stereotypical kind of person that you would think. So I think that was quite important that we showed somebody who just looks like a normal guy, but obviously he's got this dark.
And it's been going on a long time. This grooming has been going on for a while, and we, the viewer, can actually we can feel it. We know what's happening to him. You feel like, shouting out and saying, this is what he's doing, and nobody's getting through to you.
No, she can't see past it, because for her, she's in love with him and he's in love with her, and that's all there is to it. And she's not had a boyfriend before, so she just thinks that everything that's happening is normal.
What would you say to any young person at home watching this right now who's sort of thinking that I might be involved in something similar here? What advice would you give to them? Because I know you feel quite passionate about making the social media thing where people have to be older before you can get an account, and it's as simple as that.
The main thing that I would say is always trust your gut. If you think that something isn't right, normally it isn't right. So Bethany is going through this, and in her head, when he's sharing her with other men, she knows that that's not right. But she's not doing anything about it. So if you know that something isn't right, or you feel that something isn't right, most of the time it isn't right. And I think the social media side of it as well, I think what young people need to realise is that social media isn't real. None of it is real. People only post what they want you to see. So, like, I will only post pictures where I feel like I look nice. I will not post a picture where I look horrific. And I think that that's really important, that young people need to know that nothing about social media is real. It's all false.
Of course.
So,
okay, brilliant, Lucy. Thank you very much for talking so candidly about everything there. And if you've been affected by anything that we've just discussed, please go to our website. There's lots of lists of associations and various people who can try and help you out. And Soap Award, and rightly so, hopefully coming your way, because you played it so brilliantly, Lucy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.